Hey everyone, this is Vil. So in this video, I am not just going to tell you the basic differences between Printify and Printful, but I'm actually going to tell you why exactly those differences matters and what you need to know to really understand which one of these you should be using for your print-on-demand business. So watch the whole comparison. It's going to be very useful. Also, I do have special discounts for both of these, so there are going to be links down below in the description. Check it out. Also, I do have another channel that's all about online business and all of that. So if you want some tips, you want some tutorials, I will leave a link down below in the description as well. Go check it out. I guarantee it's going to be useful. Now let's jump straight into the comparison. All right, so when it comes to Printify and Printful, in essence, these are very similar apps, so I am not going to explain every single feature because pretty much they do exact same thing and they work in a very similar manner, and it's super simple to use both of these. I love both of these platforms and I use actually both of these platforms. One thing to start off with is the basically the product catalog, and when it comes to product catalog, I would say that Printful probably has a little bit bigger catalog, but at the same time, they do change from time to time, and it really depends what kind of products you want to sell. And by the way, you don't need to just be using one of these platforms, and as I said, I use both of them, and that is because they have different products and I want to sell different products that perhaps I'm using Printify, but Printify doesn't have a certain product, so I go to Printful to get that product. And by the way, they constantly add new products, so even if you decide to use Printify or you decide to use Printful, you should from time to time check in on the other platform and see what kind of new products they have, because you might find some really good business ideas. I would say at least once a month, make sure to check in what's new. So the most important thing really when it comes to print on demand is the price, because compared to other businesses with print on demand, you really have very small margins. So unfortunately, price is an important factor. So if you look at that as an example here, we're going to take t-shirts, and let's say we're going to look at Bella plus Canvas, which is probably the most popular t-shirt. Gildan is selling a lot as well, but I absolutely hate Gildan. It's trash quality. I would really say don't use Gildan. At least use Bella plus Canvas, which is much better quality. So if you look at Printify, you will see that the basic price starts from $7.70, and then if we go to Printful, you will see that the basic price for the same t-shirt is $12.95. So basically, if we round it up, let's say Printful is $13 and Printify is $8. So it's a $5 difference, which is quite a lot. And this isn't the actual price, honestly, because you do have to realize that you're also going to be putting on your designs, and then you will have to choose different colors of t-shirts. So depending on the color, depending on your designs and all of that, the price is going to increase. And with Printify, it also depends on the exact supplier, which I'm going to explain a little bit later. But as you can understand, the price difference is quite a bit, $5. And for sometimes if you just look at it at a glance, it might seem okay, perhaps it doesn't matter too much because it's still very cheap and all of that. But what you also have to take into consideration is that it's not just getting orders and fulfilling them. You actually have to acquire customers, and that costs a lot of money. So let's say if you have with Printful, let's say you will have $8 margins, and then with Printify, let's say for the same exact store, same product, all of that, you would have $13 margin because this t-shirt is $5, it costs $5 less. So it might not seem that huge between $8 and $13. However, if let's say you're spending $5 on your marketing to acquire a customer, then in terms of profit, you only get $3 from Printful per every single t-shirt, which really doesn't sound like a lot. And on the other hand, with Printify, if you have same marketing budget, and I mean you're just using Printify instead of Printful, your profit margin is going to be $8. So in this case, when you consider the marketing budget, it's going to make a big difference. That's more than double of profit, and that can really make a huge difference whether your print-on-demand business is going to be successful or it's going to fail. And I'm not saying that price is the only thing that matters when it comes to print-on-demand. Obviously you need great quality and all of that. I'm all about sometimes spending more money but actually getting the best of the best. But I just wanted to show you an example that it does matter quite a bit, so you can't just completely ignore it. And this is just an example for t-shirts, but actually if you go to some other products, you do need to, depending what you want to sell, you do need to look how much those products are and really compare. Because if you go to accessories, I know that where was it now? So if we go to products, let's go to accessories and let's go to laptop cases. And in here you will see as well, so here with Printify, laptop case costs $22.40, and if we go to Printful, you will see that it only costs basically $18. So it actually is cheaper with Printful to be selling this laptop case than it is with Printify. So again, don't just assume that Printify is cheaper. It depends what kind of products we are talking about. And another thing, you probably already noticed this little green text underneath of every of these products. You have discounts if you're using Printify Premium, and the discounts are up to 20%. And they are actually for depending what kind of products you want to use, but they're pretty good. If you look at the same t-shirt, let's say, you will see that it's basically $1 less. And again, when you have margins that are so little for print on demand, that $1 is going to add up over time, because you are selling a lot. You should be selling a lot, large quantities of product, and it really depends. So what you want to sell, let's say if we go to hoodies, you will see some of them basically have $4, $7 difference. So depending on how many products obviously you sell, it can really make sense for you to upgrade to the premium plan and then get these discounts. Let's say here you have $12 difference, and the way you get this discount is by getting the premium. And if you look at the plans, you will see that basically the free plan allows you to have 5 stars and unlimited products, and the premium costs $29, and then you can also have 10 stars and unlimited products. And this is where you get that discount, and as I said, the discount is up to 20%. And so basically you just need to estimate how many sales you're getting, and if it makes sense for you. Let's say if you're selling this hoodie, then if you do just 4 sales, it would actually make more sense for you to have the premium and get that $12 discount. Whereas with Printful, you don't have any premium plan or anything like that, but what you do have is monthly discounts. So this is based on how many sales you are doing each month. So for example, if you're doing below $1,000 in sales, it's not going to matter. But once you reach at least $1,000 in sales, then you will get 5% discount. And as you can see, from 1,000 to 2,500, you will get 5%. Then from 2,500 to 5,000, you will get 7%, and so on and so forth. You can see the table. And if you're doing 20,000 plus, then you contact their team, and then you have to negotiate with them what kind of discount they're going to give you. So when choosing in terms of price, you really have to, again, look at the product that you're going to be selling and then also consider what kind of quality you are selling, because you are going to get a discount with Printful if you are selling in higher quality quantities. But when it comes to Printify as well, most of the time I would say it's larger than 5% discount. So again, it depends on the product, but most of the time it's going to be larger. And then to begin with, a lot of products are cheaper on Printify. The one thing that I saw that some people complain about is that Printify doesn't have as good of a printing quality. And one thing, by the way, about Printify that you have to understand is that for when it comes to Printful are doing all of the production themselves, whereas Printify is actually basically connecting you to different printing providers. So they are basically drop shipping for drop shippers, which is absolutely amazing. Great concept. But you will see once you open the products, you will see that you can actually choose different providers. And as you can see, they have they have different prices, they have different shipping prices, they have different even sizes, and as you can see, the average production time, and they have different colors for different products and all of that. So you can really choose also different countries as well. So perhaps if, let's say, you want to be sending things in Europe, or you want to be sending things to US, you can choose from the different providers. And they also have ratings for all the printing providers, which is again very useful when deciding who you want to work with. So a lot of people have said that with Printify the quality isn't as great, and obviously the quality is going to depend on which provider you're using, because they are going to have different qualities if it's different provider. Whereas with Printful, you always know that you're going to have exact same quality, because it's just one place that is producing all of the goods. However, honestly, I never had a big problem with quality of Printify. Like, I didn't have a lot of complaints or anything like that. So while I do see a lot of people just jumping on Printful because they say that, okay, Printful has way better quality and that's it, perhaps that is the case for certain products, but I would say that isn't a big enough problem for me to just be like, okay, I'm not using Printify, screw Printify, that's it. And again, you have the ratings and all of that, and you can actually order some of the things, and you get actually a discount if you order things for yourself to check out the quality. So do that if you are really worried, and check out the quality for yourself. But I would say that perhaps Printful has better quality, but it's not as big of an issue as some people might assume. One thing that makes Printful quite a bit different is that you can actually do your own branding, and basically it's a white label type of service. So what it means is when you order, let's say, again, a t-shirt from Printify, the t-shirt that's going to be sent there, if we're choosing, let's say, Bella Plus Canvas for our t-shirt, for our print, then the label is going to be Bella Plus Canvas. Whereas with Printful, they actually allow you to put on your own label, so that allows it for you to actually be kind of take it next step to create a brand, and that can be really useful. And you do need to pay for it. As you can see, a label costs $2.50. However, sometimes, you know, if you want to go that extra step and you want to create a brand, that might make sense. Though then again, as I said, we do have very little margins when it comes to print on demand, so you do have to think about that. Lastly, I would just say that when it comes to Printful, also in terms of differences, they provide additional services. So as you can see here, when it comes to print on demand, they can help you to set up your stores. They have creative services, so if you need design, you need photography, you need video services, all that kind of stuff, they do different things. When it comes to mockups, by the way, I didn't talk about this because I don't think you should be using either of Printful or Printify mockups. They're not really that great, and if you're going through all of the trouble of building out a print-on-demand business, then just put in that little bit extra effort and get some nice mock-ups and put your designs. They're going to sell way, way, way better. So I'm not going to go through the mock-up generator because I don't think you should be using either of these. Another thing, what kind of I already mentioned, is that Printful, they produce all of their goods themselves. So they have just 3 warehouses now, and they're actually going to, I think they're going to have a couple more very soon. But for now, they have one in the United States, they have one in Latvia, Riga, which is where the company is from. Actually, both of the companies are from Latvia, funny enough. And then they have one in Barcelona, Spain. So this matters just in terms of shipping times. It can be faster if, oh, actually they have one in Australia as well. They have a partner, so it's not their own, but they partner up with someone and they have a warehouse in Australia, so the shipping time to Australia isn't horrible as well. So they just have these, what you see right here. And when it comes to Printify, again, when you open a product, and it depends on every single product, but as you can see here, we got Canada, we got United States, we got UK, we got Germany, we got Czech Republic. So they have a lot more destinations where they are sending the products from. And the last little thing I wanted to mention just before we finish, because I know this is pretty important as well. When it comes to customer service, I have had a lot of experience with both of these platforms. I've been using Printful from, well, I don't even remember what year, but Printify didn't even exist back in the day when I was using Printful. They just came out with the concept later. But when it comes to customer service, I would say that Printify has a better live chat than Printful, and depending on, you know, what exactly you want to do and how business savvy you are and all of that, that might be a factor that you need to consider. So I hope you find this video useful and it's going to help you to decide which one of these you should use, or perhaps you should actually use both of them. As I said, the special discounts are down below in the description, so check it out, and I will leave a link for my online business YouTube channel that should be very useful as well. If you found this video useful, make sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, put on those notifications so you see every single time I post a new video. Stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.